One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a star. This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. Some are red and some are blue, some are old and some are new. Some are sad and some are glad. And some are very, very bad. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. Some are thin and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat. From there to here and here to there, funny things are everywhere. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, what a lot of funny things go by. Some have 2 feet, some have 4, some have 6 feet, some have more. Where do they come from? I can't say, but I bet they come from a long, long way. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast and some are slow. Some are high and some are low. Not one of them is like another. But don't ask us why. Go ask your mother. Say, look at his fingers. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 11. 11 is something new. I wish that I had 11 too. Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a wump? We have a wump with just 1 hump. But we know a man called Mr. Gump, and Mr. Gump has a 7-hump wump. So if you like to go bump, bump, just jump on the hump of the wump of Gump. Who am I? My name is Ned. I do not like my little bed. There is no good. This is not right. My feet stick out of bed all night. And when I put them in, oh dear, my head sticks out of bed up here. We like our bike. It's made for 3. Our Mike sits up on back, you see. We like our Mike, and this is why Mike does all the work when the hills get high. Hello there, Ned. How do you do? Tell me, what is new? How are things in your little bed? What is new? Please tell me, Ned. I do not like this bed at all. A lot of things have come to call. A cow, a dog, a cat, a mouse. Oh, what a bed. Oh, what a house. Oh dear, I cannot hear. Will you please come over near? Will you please look in my ear? There must be something in there, I fear. Say, look, a bird was in your ear, but he's out, so have no fear. Again your ear can hear, my dear. My hat is old, my teeth are gold. I have a bird I like to hold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. I have a bird I like to hold. My hat is old, my teeth are gold. And now my story is all told. We took a look. We saw a nook. On his head he had a hook. On his hook he had a book. On his book was how to cook. We saw him sit and try to cook. He took a look at the book on the hook. But a nook can't read, so a nook can't cook. So what good to a nook is a hook cook book? The moon was out. We saw some sheep. We saw some sheep take a walk in their sleep. By the light of the moon, by the light of a star, they walked all night from near to far. I would never walk. I would take a car. I do not like this one so well. All he does is yell, yell, yell. I will not have this one about. When he comes in, I'll put him out. This one is quiet as a mouse. I'd like to have him in the house. At our house we open cans. To open many cans, that is why we have a Zans. A Zans for cans is very good. Have you a Zans for cans? You should. I like to box. How I like to box. So every day I box a gawks. In my yellow socks I box my gawks. I box in yellow gawks box socks. It's fun to sing. If you sing with a ying, my ying can sing like anything. I sing high, my ying sings low. We are not too bad, you know. This one I think is called a yink. He likes to wink. He likes to drink. He likes to drink and drink and drink. The thing he likes to drink is ink. The ink he likes to drink is pink. He likes to wink and drink pink ink. So if you have a lot of ink, then you should get a yink, I think. Hop, hop, hop. I am a yop, and all I like to do is hop from finger top to finger top, from left to right, and then hop, hop. I hop right back again. I like to hop all day and night, from right to left and left to right. Why do I hop, hop, hop? I do not know. Go ask your pop. Brush, 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 comb, 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 comb. Blue hair is fun to brush and comb. All girls who like to brush and comb should have a pet like this at home. Who is this pet? Say, he is wet. You've never yet met a pet, I bet, as wet as they let this pet get. Did you ever fly a kite in bed? Did you ever walk with 10 cats on your head? Did you ever milk the kind of cow? Well, we can do it. We know how. If you never did, you should. These things are fun, and fun is good. Hello, hello, are you there? Hello, I called you up to say hello. I said hello, can you hear me, Joe? Oh no, I cannot hear your call. I cannot hear your call at all. This is not good, and I know why. A mouse has cut the wire. Goodbye. From near to far, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. These yellow pets are called the Zeds. They have one hair up on their heads. Their hair grows fast, so fast they say, they need a haircut every day. Who am I? My name is Ish. On my hand I have a dish. I have this dish to help me wish. When I wish to make a wish, I wave my hand with a big swish, swish. Then I say, I wish for fish, and I get fish right on my dish. So, if you wish to wish a wish, you may swish for fish with my Ish wish dish. At our house we play out back. We play a game called Ring the Gack. Would you like to play this game? Come down, we have the only gack in town. Oh, look what we found in the park in the dark. We will take him home, and we will call him Clark. He will live at our house, he will grow and grow. Will our mother like this? We don't know. And now, good night, it's time to sleep. So we will sleep with our pet Zeep. Today is gone, today was fun, tomorrow is another one. Every day from here to there, funny things are everywhere.
A reading from Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 31. Then God said, Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the wild animals of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. God said, See, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is upon the face of the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps upon the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And so it was. God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day.
The Gospel reading today is from John 17, verses 20 to 26. I ask not only on behalf of these, but also on the behalf of those who will believe in me through their word, that we may all be one. As you, Father, are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. The glory that you have given me, I have given them, so that they may be one as we are one, I in them and you in me, that they may be completely one. So that the world may know that you have sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. Father, I desire that those also whom you have given me may be with me where I am, to see my glory, which you have given me because you loved me before the foundation of the world. Righteous Father, the world does not know you, but I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I have made your name known to them and will make it known, so that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I in them.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Virtual Bible Sunday. I'm dropping everything here. I'm so excited about what's going to happen today, and we're going to start with some silly songs or Susie songs with Lainey. So get ready. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. If you are sitting down, can you stand up?
Let's go help.
Come.
Let's sing along.
So this is like a song you've maybe heard before, but it's going to be a little bit different, so pay attention. You need your fins out like you're a little fish. Get ready. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Open up your fin and show me what you've got. A coin. Put that coin in your mouth and shimmy all about. Here we go again. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Lift up your fin and show me what you've got. A bird. Put that bird in your mouth and shimmy all about. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh. Lift up your fin and show me what you've got.
A bike.
A bike. Oh, it's gonna be a big one. Put that bike in your mouth and shimmy all about. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Lift up your fin, show me what you've got.
A sheep.
A sheep! Put that sheep in your mouth and shimmy all about. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Shh, shh, shh. Red fish, blue fish, shake your shiny tail. Lift up your fin for the last time. Show me what you've got in there. A zest. Put it in your mouth. And shimmy all about. Wow. That was amazing. That was a lot of things, you fish. Crazy.
Oh, boy. Well,
I am stuffed. Oh, my goodness gracious.
all right. Well, let's join thing 2 and in the I Can Make It By Myself craft room.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our creative crafting time. Today we're going to make fishbowl lanterns. God created everything in the world, and one of the things that He created was the oceans and the fish and all the sea creatures. So we are going to make a craft that reflects that. What you're going to need to start with for today's craft is tissue paper, some light blue for the sea, some green for the plants that grow in the sea, and some red, and some darker blue for our fish. And if you want to add fish of any other color, you can have those colors too. You'll also need some white glue, which you've thinned down with, you'll need about 3 parts of white glue to 1 part of water. So it's thin and runny, very easy to spread. So just kind of make sure that you have a nice thin glue. And you'll also need some gravel or sand or something to put in the bottom of your fishbowl when we're done. So let's start with the tissue paper. You'll want to take the blue and tear it into small pieces. You can cut it with scissors, but I like the look of the torn tissue paper best. That can be just kind of in chunks. The green tissue paper, because we want it to look like kelp or seaweed, you'll want to take it, and I like the look of the torn. So tear skinny little pieces from your green. There we go. And just as many as you think you might like. You can always do some later if you want to do more, but make them fairly small, especially if you have a small jar. And then out of the red tissue paper, you'll want to neatly cut a fish shape. And I just kind of started with the tail, and then I cut around to make his body, and then the tail, and I cut into the tail to make it be. Here, I'll do another one. Okay, so I took a piece of red tissue paper, and we'll start at the fish's nose. So we'll cut a curve around, and then when we get to where we think his tail is, we'll stop and cut an angled piece, and then cut it in towards the center, like a V. Cut that piece off. Now I'll turn it around, and we cut another piece in towards the center. You might want to try drawing a fish first on your tissue paper. I'm just freehanding it, but you might want to draw. There we go. Curved it back towards his nose, and we have a fish. And you'll want to do that again with a blue, darker blue. And I also cut a few teeny little orange fish because I thought they would be pretty with that. All right. Once that's done, you're ready for the mucky stuff. So you'll take your glass bowl or your jar, and we'll take our thinned white glue, and I have a sponge brush here that we're going to use, and I'm going to just hold this at the top so my fingers don't get too mucky, and I'm going to spread white glue all over the whole jar. Now we'll take the tissue paper, the light blue, and we'll start adding it on, and just put it on wherever you wish. Cover all the glue pieces. All right, now that all of the pieces of glass are covered, we're going to add another layer of glue, but before we do that, I think I want to put some glitter in my glue because I think it'll be really pretty if we have some extra glitter. So, just going to take some of this glitter glue and add it to my white glue that I have here already, and just kind of a glop of it. There we go. Always make sure you put your lid back on your glue. It's very important, or you end up with glue that's all dried out, and that's no fun. Okay, so we'll stir that glitter glue into our glue that we already have, and I think that glue might be a little bit dried out anyways. There we go. Okay. All right, so we'll take the our sponge brush and dip it in the glue, and then we'll just very gently go so that you don't pull the tissue paper off. Okay, I think that does it. So our next step, how sticky are your fingers? Mine are getting good and sticky. Our next step is to put on our embellishments. So we'll add some seaweed fish in here. Red fish, one fish. One fish. Two fish. Red fish. And where's my blue fish? There we go. Here's a blue fish. And maybe, do I have another blue fish? There we are. Blue fish. Just stick them on. And now where you think it needs a little bit more color, you could add another color fish that you've cut out. Tinier one. And, I think I want this fish to go swim the other way. Let's turn him around. There we go. Now they're all swimming in the same direction. I don't know if that matters, but there we are. And just add a little bit more glue on top of those fish to make sure that they stick down really well. And if you think it needs a bit more glitter or something like that, maybe a sequin or two, you can add those now if you'd like. So there we have. I'm just going to use my fingers and make sure that all the pieces are glued down really well, that there's no sticky outy bits, and everything is stuck to the bowl. There, I think that's pretty good. So we'll let that dry, and we'll come back in a few minutes once it's dry. All right, we're back again, but mine isn't quite dry, but that's okay. We'll go ahead with the next step, and that is to add a small layer of gravel or sand. And I have some rocks here, some aquarium gravel, and another color of aquarium gravel, and some glitter gravel. And I think today I'm going to use the glitter gravel. And all you need to do is pour in to the bottom, maybe an inch or so, just enough that it's going to help hold the candle in place. So we'll just, hard to shake around, just kind of flatten it out a little bit. And I've got a fairly wide candle. You can use a tea light if you'd like, or just an old candle that you have sitting at home, and just press that into the bottom, into the sand. And then you can ask your parents to light it. Remember with candles, it's a big safety thing, so you always need to have your parents light it. And there we have our one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, candle lantern. Ta-da! Bye everyone, see you again next week.
So that's really great and really exciting. Now we're going to move on to Sam I Am and see what Sam I Am is experimenting with today. So Sam I Am, take it away.
Hi, I'm Sam I Am, and today we're going to be doing a one fish, two fish experiment with some dry erase markers, a glass pie dish, and some water. So we're going to start off by drawing a whole bunch of little fish inside the pie dish. Nice. So now that they're all dry, you're going to want to put a very thin layer of water over top so that it's covering everything. Some of them might wash off, but that's okay, because some of them won't.
After you've put a thin layer of water on, take a straw and blow on them to make sure they lift up, and then they'll float around.
Wow, that was so exciting. Sam, I am. That was a great experiment. I think everyone can try that at home. You just need dry erase markers and some water and a glass pan. That's pretty exciting, I think. Oh, whoa. Well, are you getting hungry? I know I'm getting a little bit hungry myself. And so we're going to join Thing 1 and Thing 2 in the kitchen for cooking with beginners, or cooks for beginners.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the kitchen for some fun. Today we're going to make one fish tuna fish sandwiches, and it's going to be fun. But before we start, we have to wash our hands and wash the vegetables and wipe off the top of the can. So you want to come to the sink with us as we do that?
Remember while you're washing your hands to sing your hand washing song. Wash the vegetables. There we go. We'll just dry them all off and we'll be all set.
So remember, whenever you want to use canned foods, it's always worth washing off the top and then wiping it so that it's clean. You never know how long it's been sitting somewhere. So once your hands are all clean and your tuna can is ready, what you want to do is take your can opener, and if you don't know how to use a can opener, you can ask your mom or dad or a parent or an adult or a sibling, and you clip it on and you turn away, and you want to turn so that the lid comes almost all the way off, but not all the way off because it gets really sharp. And you want to leave part of the lid on so that when you take your tuna and you go to the sink, you can drain it. So tuna usually comes in water or in oil. So you want to just drain the excess fluid, otherwise your sandwich will get all soppy or soupy. So once it's done, you can use your fork, carefully insert it on side. Then your tuna should look like this. And if you take a clean bowl, you can put your tuna from the can into the bowl. You want to make sure you get as much of the tuna out as you can so that it can be in the bowl. See? And then you can smush your tuna in the bowl so that all the chunks or the flakes get mashed up. And then it's time for some fun. You add the first thing, just a tiny pinch of salt. Teeny tiny amount. Tuna's pretty salty on its own. And if you like pepper, tiny bit of pepper to go on your tuna. And then you take your mayonnaise. And at the church we have a giant mayonnaise because things love mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. Don't much care for Miracle Whip. So then you take a spoon and you scoop some mayonnaise. And you don't need too much mayonnaise because mayonnaise goes a long way. And then you smush together the mayo and the tuna. You squish it all together in your bowl. You do your best to mix it up. And so, when it's all mixed together, you have the very basic ingredients for a one fish, two fish, tuna fish sandwich. And it should look kind of like this. And so to make your one fish, two fish, tuna fish sandwich a little bit more exciting, we're going to add some vegetables. And you can add whatever kind of vegetables you like or whatever kind your parents tell you you have to have. And Sonia's going to show us how we might do that. So Miss Sonia, will you do a demonstration for us?
Sure. I'm Thing 2.
You're Thing 2. Thing 2 is going to teach us.
This is the dangerous part where we use knives, very sharp knives. So make sure when you're doing this part that you have an adult supervising you. That is very, very important. So for my tuna fish sandwiches, I love to add celery and onions. This is actually a shallot. It's a very small onion, so put it it's quite spicy. So first thing I'm going to do is take my celery and cut off all the yucky ends with my big knife very carefully, and it can go in the garbage. And then I'm going to cut my celery into smaller strips. So very carefully, I will cut down the middle of the strip to make them skinny, like about this. So cut them in about 3 pieces each for these ones. If you have bigger pieces of celery, you might need to cut them into 4. And then, after we do that, then we will squish them all together and cut them into tiny pieces. Now for this part, we want to make sure that our fingers are far away from the knife. So hold your fingers curved and cut with your knife. Cut down very carefully. And then when you're getting close to your fingers, you want to move them back. And keep cutting carefully. Okay, I'm too close to my fingers, so I'm just going to save those to eat later. And I've got some beautiful pieces of celery. Now I have, now I have my shallot. So I cut off both of the ends of my shallot. And there's this papery peel on it that is not very nice to eat. So we want to take that off. Actually, the easiest thing is if you cut that in half first. And then it's easier to take the papery peel off. There we go. I think we'll just use a half of one today because they're quite spicy. And we will cut it into small pieces. Again, being careful that we don't get our fingers in there. Okay, so carefully cutting one way and then the other until we'll just do it like this so that my fingers are not anywhere close. There we go. Okay, and carefully take them off there. And we're now ready to add into the bowl.
Now we're adding them to the bowl. So when you see it, it should look like this. Then you can stir it up. And you want to mix it all as good as you can so that the celery and the shallots and the tuna and the mayo all get mixed together. And if you find that it's too dry and your tuna doesn't stick to your vegetables, you can add just a small bit more mayo. Some people like their tuna sandwiches really creamy, and some people like their tuna sandwiches really dry. So you get to decide how much mayo you need. Maybe you should talk with the others who are going to share your snack so that you can decide together as a team how much mayo you need to use. Oh, that's better now. Now it sticks together. Alrighty. So once we have the tuna salad mixed up for our one fish, tuna fish sandwiches, then we need to cut some more vegetables.
So now we're going to make the fins for the tuna fish sandwiches, and we're going to cut our red pepper and our green pepper. And there's 2 ways that you can do that. You can start with your whole pepper and just take a slice off it. Very carefully again, you're using these sharp knives. And sometimes you get these little seeds that are not so tasty, so I usually like to take those out. And then we will cut, we want to use the curve of the pepper on for our fin, so we'll just very carefully slice into the pepper and make some curved strips. Now this one's not very curved, he's quite long, so let's try this other side that's a little bit more, a little shorter. Okay, we'll go with that. They'll work anyways. Here's a green pepper that I've already cut off the end and the stem end. So I took off the stem end and the bottom, and I was left with this and took out all the seeds. And this one might work a little bit better. He's got, so we'll cut him in half and maybe in quarters so we have a better curve. That might make a much nicer fin. And we'll cut some curved pieces of the green pepper. There we go. For the next part, we're going to take our bread. So we need 2 slices of bread. And you see how the top part is curved and the bottom part is flat. Well, we're going to make this into the shape of a fish. So keep the 2 slices of bread together so that they match and put them down on your cutting board. And for this one, I think it will work best to use a smaller knife. So what you want to do is we want to make this into the shape of a fish. And so I see this sort of being as the head of the fish and this as being the tail. So we need to remove a few pieces to make it a little bit more fish-like. So let's cut a little bit of a triangle out of the sides. I'll do that and then I'll show you. There we go. So you can see that I've just cut a triangle out of the bottom and out of the top. And so doesn't that look a little bit like a fish? We'll make it look a little bit more fish-like by adding an eye and some fins later. Now, on my tuna fish sandwiches, I usually like to add some butter. So we will open up the bread so that we have the insides. You want to make sure that the insides are facing each other so that you only butter the inside. There we go. Carefully so you don't get butter all over your kitchen. And don't ever put your crumbs back into your butter dish. That's really yucky. I don't like when I open up butter and there's crumbs everywhere. So we have our 2 pieces of bread, and we'll just put a good spoonful of the tuna fish mix onto the bread. There it is on the head side, and we'll put it on the tail side. So if you like lots of tuna fish, you can add lots. If you don't like too much, you can just kind of add however much you like. Then we'll put the lid on it. We'll put the other side of the tuna fish together. And so there we have our sandwich. We'll put it on a plate and serve it. Enjoy.